so something interesting that happened in the store today. So if you're wondering where you can get your savings in Kroger, you have to use the app. All right, so what did we pick up today for November 2024? I got a whole chicken. I got it at reduced, meaning it's going right in our freezer until the day we cook it. 160 home style meatballs. Really excited for these. We got friends coming over in a matter of minutes, so that's why I got to get this up going. And Farm Rich. This is gluten free, and these I don't think were. So for hubby, for everybody else. Ground beef, 2 pounds of that. And for lunch, some chicken tenders. I feel like more is coming in. I also picked up 2 of these salmon. And that way we can have 1 for each week of November. Alright, some of these some of these snacks are going to be for friends that'll be here. So I'll go ahead and show you now. And then I'm about to make some goodies back there. So caramel apple popcorn, they will eat now. The apple spice kettle cooked cashews, my husband will love those. Another second bag of popcorn, that's gonna be for us. And apple spice seasoned pretzels, that'll be for us. Tortillas, this is the lime, that's the regular. So if you're wondering where you can get your savings in Kroger, you have to use the app. These 2 were on sale from $1.99 to $1.49, but if you use the app, they're 50 cents a piece. Good savings. So for tonight, we got cheddar cheese, both dairy-free, regular, some ranch seasoning. Apples and red pears are for eating for the next week. And then also for tonight is some chunky guacamole. Why did I say that way? Yeah, no, the limes. We picked up some limes and onions. Grab some bananas too. Hey, hang out in there. So for the friends that's coming, we have non-sweet mini rolls and then Hawaiian style mini rolls. And then because I couldn't pass it up, was some onion hamburger buns and regular slice bread. This will be for sandwiches and things like that for my son. Into the freezer, into the fridge. And then because we have the Hawaiian sweet buns, we picked up the Hawaiian sweet gluten-free by Cannon Bakehouse. For this type of meal, my husband likes it, but for sandwiches, he said it doesn't have the right flavor. So we're gonna make a punch today, and I picked up some sorbet. This is mango sorbet. We want it to look like a pumpkin drink, and then let me show you the punchy part of it. It would be funny to say that we are not large soda drinkers when you see this array right here. But if you checked out my other videos, you know that I will buy like one of these sizes for a whole month. But since we got a ton of folks coming over, we have to make sure that people are well fed. Other than water, we have some grapefruit soda. We have this apple, what are you going to go? Spiced ginger apple seltzer water. I need to try that. Spiced apple cider. Here's some mango tango soda. Regular lemon lime and ginger ale. So the ginger ale and the lemon lime will go into a large container with the mango sorbet. All right, so can you guess how much I spent on that grocery haul? It was $140 and some change. I'll put it right here. Can you believe that? I'm surprised. Yes. So all those Apple items you saw, apples by, Selective, Private Select. So all those items are under $1.75. I think this one was like 50 cents. So yes, these were great deals. So we are going to put this stuff away and get ready for guests, because later on tomorrow I'm going to sit down and figure out what else we're missing from the grocery list. and head out to Aldi for one more run. You guys, you know I totally forgot about whipping cream for my coffee, onion, parsley, and garlic. I will be making some, oh, this is minced garlic. I'll be making some ranch Caesar dressing, and that packet I purchased is for backup. All right, so we got our milk order in for November. Normally I get 4 to 5 half gallons. This time we only got 3 because we won't need one in the last week or so for being out of town. Thanksgiving, y'all, right? So maple syrup, cheddar cheese. You can tell we already drank half of one, and I shred a bunch of the cheddar cheese. This is 1.5 pounds. We are so glad that the raw milk and raw milk cheese my son can eat. All right, let's put these 2 back in the freezer and move on to the next haul. Okay, moving right along into Lidl's. This trip was $21.42. And because we already have pizzas in the oven, we used up the ingredients. But we had some Italian blend fine cheese, pepperoni, and an extra one of these that made some pizza of dough we bought in October. That's in the oven. We have wildflower, organic honey, a peanut butter, 2 bags of chicharrones or pork rinds. I have been using this as breadcrumbs for a while now. They're gluten-free. It adds more protein, and so it saves because gluten-free breadcrumbs is expensive for no darn reason. So the chicken tenders that we purchased, so I'm going to add all kind of seasoning to the chicharrones and go ahead and bread up the chicken tenders that we picked up so that I can put them in a freezer and we can pull them out throughout the month. It is such a easy way of doubling up protein and then not spend extra money on gluten-free breadcrumbs. And then last but not least is the Korean barbecue seaweed snacks. My son loves these seaweed snacks. I opened this on the way home because he was in the car with my husband and they both act ravish when I go in the grocery store. So small shop at Lidl's, but I mainly went in for those because they have the best price on them. I believe they were like 89 cents a bag. And then these were on special this week and we needed dinner. So I'm gonna put this back in the freezer. It got frozen in the last couple hours. I'm gonna put this back in the freezer. If you shop at Lidl's, look for those stickers and use them right away, guys. Use it right away or put it in your freezer. All right, next trip. All right, so I'm home from Aldi and I picked up the last bit that we are going to need for the majority of November. I did not purchase as much as I normally purchase, which is kind of making me nervous because I normally blow our budget. I would say about 80% of it by the first couple grocery shops at the beginning of the month. But this time we didn't, so that should be a good thing, right? So anyway, what I was able to pick up here, plus the last haul, and we're good until Thanksgiving dinner, and I will figure out Thanksgiving dinner when we get closer to that date. But let's go ahead and check out this tiny little haul we picked up. So first things first is TP. Grab that. All right. So I went to the local Asian grocery store and picked up some wonton wrappers. My son has to make a project in school with those. So that's why we grabbed that. And then you always got to have candy. We love gummies. I ate them a lot in Japan. So that's what that is. From Aldi on down, we picked up split breast, chicken thighs. Goodness gracious. You see that price? $6.10 only for 2. And the ground pork, which is going into the wontons. My son wanted breakfast sausage. I make my own, but I picked it up because he likes it. 2 dozen eggs. I do have a friend that's going to bring me some eggs. I'm just waiting without rushing her. Anyway, sweetened condensed milk. I grabbed 2 of those. That gets me through about a month and a half. Sweet garden peas. I asked my son to grab 2. He grabbed 1, and I did not double check him, so it is what it is. Butter, oh, a saga. I normally have way more butter in the freezer than I have right now. So that's all we have. And I already grabbed a loaf of bread discount at Kroger for us a couple days ago. So this is hubby's. And then the dupe for Dawn. It does pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with it. So this whole entire deal, I'll put the price right about here or so, is 50 something dollars. All right, so something interesting that happened in the store today at Aldi. I went ahead and got in line to get my items checked out. The lady rang up everything, put the last thing in the cart, hit the button to give me the total. I saw the total on the screen, entered my cart, and then the whole entire store lights cut off. Yes, they flickered like 3 times for about a second or two in between. At that time, every last terminal cut off. The actual register was still on. The register was still receiving power, but the card readers all failed. They all restarted to a pretty much blue screen of death that you normally get with computers. So tech folks, people in the back, management team, everybody comes running forward trying to figure out what to do. Another lady was in the same predicament. Her card was being read at the exact same moment that the lights cut off too. And there were lines all the way down. Matter of fact, people got in line because they were afraid something was going on before they realized, oh, the lights came back on. So people got out of line and went to go continue shopping. However, there was a lesson learned. I have always grocery shopped with cash. The first, 9 years, 8 years of my marriage, we shopped with cash. We got cash out as soon as we got paid, and we took that shopping to get our food, our toiletries, the gas in the car, everything. And we quit that. We stopped for whatever reason, and we just used card. I think mostly because the pickup services, Walmart and Aldi, all those services require you to use your debit or credit cards online. So I guess that's when we stopped using cash. I'm not quite sure. I even used cash during 2020 of the pandemic. I needed to go back to cash. At that moment, I had to stand there for a good 15-20 minutes and watch tech run around and restart this and unplug that and go underneath the register into like a like a cubby hole. They had to open up the machine, the card reader machines of all of them to manually restart these with special keys. That is more than a notion. And that's because I did not have cash. The register was still on. If I had cash, you could have just hit the cash button and then exchange, and I would have been out the door. So as much as people love to use cards, as much as cards are dominating our life, cash is still king. Cash would have ended that whole shebang. And the lady looked at me and was like, you normally pay cash. Don't you have seen you with cash before? And I was like, yeah, good memory. But not today. The one day that would have been a good time to use cash, I did not have cash. So if you're like me and you're wondering, should you go back or even start using cash? You have to use cash as much, or at least have it on hand or a chunk of it on hand. That would have made a transition. Even if I had half of the grocery amount, $25, $30 in cash, I could have taken some things off, paid for that, and had left. I wasn't in a rush today, and they were able to get everything started back up. But if not, I could still be standing there and trying to decide whether to put everything back and go without. So this is happening across the board. Funky, wild things like this is happening. Our society, our dependency on electricity, our dependency on automatic, it is all being tested. It is all coming down to, can you do something on your own? So yeah, think about that, guys. A little lesson learned in this short little grocery haul at Aldi. Well, so that's it. 2024 November. About 3 weeks worth of groceries we have in the house. We're going to sit back and figure out who our new president will be. And then we'll move right along into Thanksgiving grocery haul. I will have some more farmers market trips coming up, including the very last one until spring of 2025. I will definitely share what I grabbed because that's what we use to stock up our home for the winter. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and until next time, take care. Bye.